You're watching the 2014 Thunder in the Valley Midvale Speedway Racing season on TV2. Presented by Newton Asphalt and Paving, industrial, residential, new construction, serving the communities of Tuscarora, Stark, and Carroll counties for the past 30 years. NewtonAsphaltandPaving.com. Speedy Auto Salvage, offering a full line of used and salvage parts for both foreign and domestic vehicles. Give them a call at 330-878-5531 or visit online at speedyauto.com.
So make sure you check out Joe Leinert on Facebook or the Kirkpatrick Racing Team for benefits for Joe Leinert's mom and Roger's wife, who passed away tragically a couple weeks ago.
Ready for green, 50 laps the distance. Here we go. McIntosh Oil Company late models at Midvale Speedway. Harvey the 112, Kirkpatrick the 23. Bring them in. We are underway. Harvey and Kirkpatrick side by side down the straightaway into the third corner. Harvey finally getting that car up to speed. They've had some bad luck earlier this season. At the line, the two get together as they cross the stripe, beating and banging for the number one spot. Kirkpatrick and Harvey going at it. We've completed the first of a scheduled 50. Emerson Huffman shuffled back a little bit in the 90. See Mike Miller starting to move up in the outside lane in the 22 car. Clinton, Ohio driver Mike Miller, trouble in turn number one. Top three in a pile up in turn number one. 23 of Kirkpatrick, 112 of Harvey. Another one of our front runners, two involved as we have yellow for the first time. We've completed 2 laps. Two complete, 48 to go, ready for the restart. Harvey, Schneider, they bring them in for the green. Trouble on the front stretch. Wow, Leinert just able to get through. Off of turn number 4, rolling to the restart. Harvey will reassume the race lead down the backstretch. Schneider in the 17 gets to the bottom. Then he has to go back up the track. Mazzagatti gets to the low side. Caught in the outside for a while, the 17 of Schneider. Marcus Malka trying to get to the low lane, down the backstretch, closes the door on Mike Miller. Miller checks up to avoid contact. Little give and take by Mike Miller there. Kind of cut Marcus Malka a tad bit of a break on the backstretch. Malka knew he had to get lower. He'd get shuffled back as Smith is caught in the second groove. Harvey leads, Mazzagatti second, Schneider third. Summers racing for fourth with a 43 of Roger Smith. Couple of former Barberton aces of the late model division racing for the number 4 spot. Fifth is Marcus Malkett. Sixth right now, the 22 of Mike Miller. Brian Smith and Rick Sibla battling for position right behind them. Emerson Huffman tries to get to the inside of Sibla. He has to check up. Also have the 12 of Bubba Smith running the high lane. A lot of side-by-side action in the field. Rick Sibla now gets to the inside of Brian Smith. Ooh, close call, and Huffman now drives it in, makes a little contact with Bubba Smith. They're beating and banging back in the field, getting a little dicey as drivers try to make their way to the front. Rosenberry decides now it's time to go to the outside lane and make a move. Single file formation toward the front of the field. Harvey leads the way. Look out as Roger Smith just about lost it. Smith loses a number of spots but keeps it in the right direction. Rosenberry now gets it up out of the groove, slides it up to the high side. Roger Smith in the 43 going to head to the pits. Slow traffic ahead for Harvey. Lap traffic right ahead for Don Harvey Jr. Leading the way is Harvey. Second is Mazzagatti. Third is Schneider. Fourth is Summers, Malkett, Miller. The 1 car of Smith, the 21 car of Sibla closing. Slower traffic, Ravenscroft has elected to use the bottom lane to move over. Cars going to the outside of Ravenscroft. With that damaged rear end on the 15 of Ravenscroft. He holds the bottom lane. Malkett makes it by, who's running in 5th. Miller gonna squeeze by as well. 15 laps in this time, 15 laps in. 35 to go for Harvey. Malkett to the outside of Summers. Up to 4th, quickly Malkett up to 4th. Marcus Malkett up to the 4th spot. Mazzagatti, a pretty strong run right now for the 81 car, who's running in the 2nd position. Down onto the rumble bumps a bit, down in turn 1. Upsets the car a little. Mazzagatti's had some pretty quality runs so far this season, just hasn't come up with a finish he's needed yet. He's got an opportunity now. Mazzagatti all over the rear bumper of Harvey, making a little bit of contact down in 1 and 2. 18 laps will go on the board this time, 18 laps in. Harvey, they now have Malkett closing. Malkett contact with Schneider, loops him around, turn number 2, caution flag. Marcus Malkett some contact with a 17 of Schneider in turn number 2. But his car looks fast. I think it might have in fact been a little bit faster than Harvey's. Now he's got a chance to prove it on the restart. 17 in, 33 to go. Green flag out, pretty good restart down in turn number 4. We're back underway. Mazzagatti, oh, look out. Into the wall went Joe Leinert in the 82. Backed it into the wall in turn number 1. Pretty hard hit for Leinert. The car really whipped around on him. Backed it into the wall, caution out. Left rear tire flat on the car, may have been flattened from the crash or may have gone flat. He went into the turn and the car really whipped around on him, and a terrible break as he just got that car back together and fixed from the front end damage. Harvey inside, Mazzagatti outside for the restart. 17 in, 33 to go. Green flag, turn 4, we're underway. Harvey so far, well, Schneider some slight contact. Harvey able to steer out of it. Harvey giving up the lead to Mazzagatti. He hasn't been able to clear him yet. Goes down into the corner. Mazzagatti off of turn 2, will clear. Don Harvey Jr. Oh, Schneider just about looped it. Coming off of 2. That was a close call as he got it sideways, lost the forward bite. Summers down the banking. Schneider some contact, checks up to allow Summers in. Bryant Smith on the move in the 1 car now. finds the outside lane, does Brian Smith. Smith outside of Schneider for fourth. Bubba Smith to the outside of Miller, right behind him. Schneider falling to fifth now. The outside groove, you've got the four really quick cars that you would expect to be challenging now, making their moves in the outside lane. Brian Smith, Bubba Smith, Alex Rosenberry, and Marcus Malkett making it happen in the outside lane. Smith still unable to clear Schneider. He's racing hard for the number 4 spot. Smith still keeping it out in the outside groove. Summers has caught Harvey for the 2nd spot. Your leader, Mike Mazzagatti, running strong. Schneider still working Smith hard for the 4 spot. Second place battle continues. Summers working on Harvey. This race extremely entertaining from about 3rd on back. Smith, each time he goes to the bottom, the car kind of pushes up again. He's just been unable to, and now the 17 of Schneider, dirt tracking it off the corner. Look out! Sibla, Smith, Baker, Huffman, they all get together. "25 laps in, 25 to go. We have completed the halfway point." What a race, Chris Cale. "25 laps in, 25 to go. Restart coming off of the corner. Mazzagatti and Harvey. Harvey with a chance on the outside lane. Mazzagatti, though, looking pretty good on the inside groove, and so does Summers. Summers going to try to move to the inside of Harvey. Brian Smith gets to the bottom. Schneider gets in there. Those two make slight contact. Oh, Harvey up into the wall just slightly. Harvey bounces off of Summers then. Brian Smith on his way forward. 12 car of Bubba Smith, 17 of Schneider side by side. Wild late model race tonight. This 50 lapper on the edge. Bubba Smith to the outside of Brian Smith for position off of the turn. Bubba Smith to the high lane of Brian Smith for the number 4 spot. The brothers Smith battle for the 4th position. Side by side as Mazzagatti leads this one. Summers runs in 2nd, Harvey runs in 3rd, and Bubba Smith is on the move in the 2nd groove. Smith side by side with Smith. It is for 4th. They now look for 3rd. Bubba Smith. Oh, look out, Schneider up the track. Got him 3 wide, coming down the front stretch. And around goes the 17 of Schneider. Caution out, 29 laps in. Unfortunate break for our top qualifier in the flight test. Rosenberry towing number 2.
Larry Baker back out onto the speedway. And Emerson Huffman has called it a night. He's pulled his car to the trailer.
Yeah, Huffman, the radiator fluid coming from the 90 car, was stopped on the front stretch with Rosenberry. Didn't get the radiator on the Rosenberry number 2. Got the steering, I believe, on the number 2 car.
Try and get a quick word with Doug Summers. What do you think, man? Car's pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't know if the crate motor will be able to hold up with on the restart, but we'll try.
You want to be on the outside lane or the inside? You got the outside for the restart. Is that your preferred line or no?
I'd probably like the inside, but we'll see what we can do to make it work.
Car looks much better tonight.
Thank you.
Good job. Good luck tonight, Doug Summers.
Mazzagatti, strong car, the 81, brings the field to green. Summers not going quite as quickly, and green is out. Back to yellow they go. Caution flag back out. Mazzagatti on the inside, 29 in, 21 to go. Restart, getting ready, coming off of turn number 4. Drivers start to pick up the pace. There we go, good restart. Coming off the 4th corner, side by side down the front stretch. Mazzagatti had a half-car length lead. Summers fights back in the outside groove. Couple of racing veterans in our front row. Still battling it out is Harvey and Smith. Race right behind him, and Summers nearly pancaked the right side of his wall in the front stretch. Outside lane looking pretty good here tonight. Bubba Smith in the 12 would like the outside lane to go. He might be able to clear Harvey and take that 3rd spot. That's what he's trying to do, so he has a choice of lanes because Mazzagatti may hold off Summers. Looks like he will. Summers sliding back a little bit. Smith does go to the bottom. Oh, Mazzagatti got sideways and Summers inches forward. Mazzagatti still inside of him though. Mazzagatti giving up the lead to Summers. Doug Summers into the lead. Mazzagatti back to the inside. What a battle for the number 1 spot. Mazzagatti dirt tracking it, so is Summers. Mazzagatti more engine. Summers pretty good handling through the corners. Mazzagatti nearly spins it again and Summers into the lead. Here comes Bubba Smith for 2nd. Summers closes the door out front. 16 to go. Mazzagatti slams the door shut on Bubba Smith. Mazzagatti now losing track of Summers at the front of the field. Summers put together a pretty good run so far. That car really seems like it's down a little bit on power compared to the other competitors, but it is handling great tonight. Smith trying to set up a run at Mazzagatti for the number 2 position. Also Brian Smith and Don Harvey Jr. for the 4th spot. Bubba Smith trying to time it up right to get by the 81 of Mazzagatti. He's giving him a lane at times, just not timing it up just right to do it. Smith tries to set him up coming out of 2. Mazzagatti handles better that time. Kirkpatrick back in the field, starting to challenge the 22 of Miller. Harvey and Brian Smith in a good battle. It's pretty good racing action here tonight at Midvale Speedway. Exciting action in our late model 50-lap feature. Smith again looks slow. Mazzagatti closes the door for 2nd. Mazzagatti just strong enough on the exit of the turns to hold him off. Bubba Smith trying to set him up, but so far Mazzagatti has done a nice job. This time he gets in there. He's to the low side. Mazzagatti and Smith rubbing off the corner. Turning down. Mazzagatti closes the door on Smith, takes his lane away. Smith somehow steers out of it. Smith back in line again. Black flag for the 81 of Mazzagatti. Smith still racing with him for the 2nd spot. Comes out front the number 3 car of Doug Summers, the 31 tonight. Smith again gets to the inside, makes the run down in turn 3. Mazzagatti back to the 3rd spot. Mazzagatti off the pace now, the 81 car. Oh, trouble down in the corner. Kirkpatrick and Miller get together. To go, and green flag is out. Yellow lights back on. Not a good start. 112 of Harvey, another champion himself. Malkett, another champion, in 4th. Restart coming off of turn 4, underway. As they head into the first corner, you could see the engine power difference. The 3 just in trouble with some of the... Oh, Malkett gets squeezed up to the wall. He gets to the outside of Summers for the number 2 spot. And he again closes the door on the front stretch. Now Malkett's going to spin out going into the corner. Look out. Caution flag out, 43 in. Marcus Malkett got squeezed up toward the wall in the front stretch, tried to drive back to the bottom of Summers going into the corner, and spun out the 75. Bad break. Malkett was there again. Honestly, Chris, I think Summers is better suited for the outside lane because with that, I don't know what he's got engine-wise. It almost runs like a crate engine. Once he gets it up to speed and he keeps his momentum up, he's good. Ready for green coming off of turn number 4. Ready to roll. Good restart. And back underway. And the outside lane a little bit better for Summers. He gets a good run through turn number 2. Said that he might be suited better for the outside. Smith clears him with that more horsepower on the backstretch. Oh, contact as Summers sends Smith around coming off the corner. And then Schneider in the 17 makes some contact. Oh, and Bubba Smith with a broken right front on the suspension. Schneider in the 17 as he came off the corner, his yellow wave. Summers made contact with Smith. 12 car goes around. Nowhere to go for some of the cars. They were able to avoid. Schneider then clips the right front of Smith's car, and a bad break for Bubba Smith. Two drivers that have kept their rides really clean during the course of this race, the 112 of Harvey and the 1 car of Smith. Smith does have some damage on the right rear quarter panel. They're the ones up front right now. They've avoided being sent to the back. They've kept their cars in the right direction. We've got 7 to go, 43 complete, and we're ready for the restart. Smith up the banking in the 1 car. Smith Harvey and Sibla in row number 1. We've got 7 to go. This one not over yet. Mike Miller, Larry Baker in row 2. Row 3, Marcus Malkett, Johnny Hughes, green flag, turn 4. Who will win it? Will it be Harvey? Will it be Sibler? Or will it be somebody else? This one far from over. Harvey spinning the tires on the restart. Into the first corner we go. Sibla taking the advantage in the outside lane. Rick Sibla pulls forward. Can he clear Don Harvey Jr.? He can. Sibla out front. He will lead. Miller to the inside of Harvey for second. Harvey gives him room now. Going to be 5 to go next time around. 5 laps to go. Miller inside of Harvey for the second spot. 5 to go for the 21 car of Rick Sibla. Miller takes second at the line from Harvey. Marcus Malkett in the 75 car racing in the 4 spot. Summers and Baker side by side behind him. Malkett on the inside, Harvey on the outside lane. What a race we still have going on. It got a little too rough at times, but right now pretty good side-by-side racing. Malkett, Harvey for third. Malkett back up to third again. Malkett has caught Miller. He's right there. Oh, look out, Summers. Straightens it out. Doug Summers in the 31 nearly spun it as he and Harvey made some contact. 2 to go for Rick Sibla. Malkett all over the 22 car of Miller. Malkett looking to the outside of Miller for second. White flag coming up. 1 to go for Rick Sibla. I think Mike Miller down a cylinder. The 22 car sounds like it's down a cylinder as Malkett goes to the outside for second. Summers also racing, and Malkett will close the door on Miller for second. Is picking up the win is Rick Sibla. Malkett rallies to second. Third spot to the 22 of Miller. And Smith runs over Harvey heading into the first turn. So we have completed our 50 laps. Win number 1 on the season for Rick Sibla. It was all about staying out of trouble. What did I say before this race started, Chris? I said, you can't win it on the first lap, you have to win it on lap 50, and that's basically what Sibla did tonight. Because it was wild. You just had to avoid all of the mishaps that took place during the course of the race. A race of attrition. The Route 39 Auto Salvage, Lisa Hoy, State Farm, Industrial Machinery Services, number 21, claiming the 50-lap late model feature win, brought to you by Guess Motors tonight. Your winner, let's hear it for Rick Sibla. Rick, congratulations on the win. I said to Chris before the race, I said, man, we got a lot of late models tonight. We got 50 laps. We haven't raced for a couple of weeks. You can't win this on lap 1. It's give and take. You're going to win it on lap 50. Sometimes it doesn't play out that way. You got to get to the front quick. Tonight it wasn't about getting to the front quick. We had a bunch of lead changes, a bunch of beating and banging, a lot of tore up fenders, a lot of flaring tempers, and you end up in victory. And it was a matter of just, other than that one pit stop where you had to go to the tail, you rallied for first, Marcus rallied for second. It was a wild race.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. This thing was actually junk after we went in the pits, but we just kept taking it easy, running smooth laps, and it got better and better. And places fell to where they should on a restart, and it's just great. I want to thank Jim Jaybird for letting me drive the thing. My dad, he's done a ton of work on this thing all year. My kids are finally here. They ain't seen me win in about 4 years, even though I won a bunch a couple years ago. But man, we changed a bunch of stuff in this car. It's a totally different car from what it was at the beginning of the season. Just everything's just finally come together. And car felt really good at the beginning of the race. Wasn't very good at the end, but it just worked out in our favor.
It did. It ran great. The 21, congratulations again on win number 1 this season.
Thank you.
Let's hear it again for your winner from Massillon, Rick Sibla.
Hi, I'm Paula Salzner, Realtor with Kaufman Realty and Auctions, and I'm inviting you to watch my real estate show on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 6 o'clock. We'll talk about everything from financing to buying your first home to listing your home. So stop in and watch me. So this is Paula, selling Ohio 1 yard at a time.
Hi, I'm 1450 WJER's Bill Morgan, inviting you to join me on television Wednesday evenings at 7 and Friday afternoons at 5 for TV2 Sports Talk. Sports Talk is your weekly look inside high school football, volleyball, soccer, and more. Look for guest appearances from your favorite area coaches and players. TV2 Sports Talk, Wednesday evenings at 7 and Friday afternoons at 5 on DMG Channel 2 on Time Warner Cable.
You're watching the 2014 Thunder in the Valley Midvale Speedway Racing season on TV2. Presented by Newton Asphalt and Paving, industrial, residential, new construction, serving the communities of Tuscarora, Stark, and Carroll counties for the past 30 years. NewtonAsphaltandPaving.com. Speedy Auto Salvage, offering a full line of used and salvage parts for both foreign and domestic vehicles. Give them a call at 330-878-5531 or visit online at speedyauto.com.
Now that
Ready to go, yeah, next time around. What's up, Chris?
I was just going to say, now that moves McCreary to the bottom, and you know he's tough to beat here too, so we'll have to see what happens.
50 laps of action for the Summit Racing Economy Modified. Couple of compact features yet to go to end our program after this 50-lapper. We've got the two of McCreary, the 88 car of Peel. They bring him to green. Our modifieds are underway. Oh, a little bit of contact up front. Good job by Mowry. Good job by Allensworth. A little give and take behind him. They keep him in the right direction. Oh, Steve Mowry going to be in a beautiful spot right now if he can get to the outside of Sibla. Sibla gets to the outside first, though, of McCreary. They complete the first lap. 1 lap in. The 19 cars cross the line as we complete the first of 50. Side by side for second. That could be an important move between Mowry and Sibla. Both feature winners as of late in the month of July. And they're hounding the number 2 of McCreary, who won early this season on opening night. And trouble in turns number 3 and 4. Boron, the 182. 25 of Martyr, 55 of Bailey. Caught up in the fourth corner. Third and fourth turns for Martyr in the 25, Bailey in the 55, and Boron in the 182. So caution out. Green flag is out. Caution out. Jumping the start a little bit, lagging back a little bit again, down in 3. Now he gets up alongside of him. He and McCreary side by side coming to 4. Now McCreary jumps the start. So now one each has jumped the start. Each one of them have had a failed restart. Had pretty good starts tonight in all of our classes up until now. It's a little bit rough. Now it's McCreary and Mowry. Bring it to 4. Good restart there as they bring it down the front straightaway. McCreary and Mowry proving they could get it done. Sibla's going to have an opening on the bottom. We're going to be 3 wide. Sibla gets to the inside. Into the corner. Sibla makes a good move, and he takes the number 1 spot. Not yet. McCreary will hold him off. Sibla takes back over second. Now Mowry's going to have to work hard in the outside lane. McCreary back up the track, and here comes Sibla again. Sibla gets it in there. Look out! Trouble in front of the field. Row 3 of Chris Peel and Tyler Noweski. Still a couple of DVDs available of last time we raced racing action with Midvid. When you get a caution, you can talk to them as the green waves coming out of 4. Side by side into the first corner. Inside lane moving up. Boron off the pace in the 182. He's going to head to the pits. Some contact there. Noweski and Peel get tangled up for a moment. They continue on. Battle continues for the lead. Mowry wheeling it in the outside lane. Sibla running the inside groove. Boy, already Lee McCreary starting to rally from the back. Contact. Boy, that could have been bad. McCreary got hit in the right rear by Jason Gruhl. Inadvertent contact. Nonetheless, McCreary was able to avoid a crash as he and Mike Green try to rally from the back. Single file formation front of the field. Sibla, Mowry, Walker, 38 car McClintock. We'll be 8 laps in next time by at the line. Sibla running pretty well right now. Now we have seen some times this season where his car starts to fade late in the race, like main event night. It's a 50-lapper tonight. We'll see if it happens again to him, as he and Mowry actually pulling away from Walker. Lee McCreary down into the infield. Coming off of turn 2, comes to a stop against a Uke tire. And yellow out for Lee McCreary. Green flag coming off of turn number 4. Back underway. Mowry on the outside lane. Sibla on the inside. They race into turn 3. Good side-by-side battle for the top spot. Oh, Mowry dirt tracking, and boy, you can see him really work the wheel with his hands. Coming off of 4. Had a good run on Sibla, but Sibla gets a great run through turn number 2. Watching as Glenn Jewell and Tyler Noweski try to make their way toward the front of the field. They're closing in on the top 5. Around goes Joe Slentz in corners 3 and 4. Caution flag out for Slentz in the 46. Here comes Mowry and Sibla. They've swapped inside and outside. McCreary back out in the 2. Good restart in turn 4. Back underway again for the Summit Racing Economy Modified feature. Mowry on the inside lane. It is Sibla on the outside groove. Into the corner. Nearly rubbed some paint or at least some tires As it's going to be Mowry pulling forward. McClintock gets to the inside lane. He likes what he sees on the bottom groove. Way back in the field, close call between McCreary and Eugene Kopp Jr. Sibla, Preston Walker, a little bit of contact in 4. Little brake check session. Accordion effect. Mowry starting to pull away. Now Sibla starts to reel him back in. 13 laps down, 37 to go. Good clean racing right now. Boy, Eugene Kopp Jr., a rookie at our modifieds at 22, was all out of control coming out of 4, but continued on then. McClintock starting to pressure the 30 of Preston Walker. I think Walker having a hard, and around goes the 21 car. Bryce Allensworth out of 2. $29 of Mowry. 82 of Sibla, green flag, turn number 4. Here we go. Top 2 started to steer toward one another for a moment. They then steered away from each other, and Sibla's got a good run in the outside lane this time. Into corner 3, Mowry on the inside lane, Sibla on the outside. Sibla's going to lead at the line this time. Bob Sibla Jr. edging Mowry at the line. Mowry starting to rally, though, in the inside groove. What a battle between these two drivers who have ran very well. Mowry really kind of taking him high into turn 3 that time. He's going to go back out front into the lead. Preston Walker running in 3rd. McClintock 4th. 5th, Glenn Jewell. McCreary still trying the high lane back in the field, trying to rally through the pack. They're going to the back a time or two. Single file. All the way first through the back. Way sideways, the 88 car of Chris Peel. He continues on, a much improving driver there. Chris Peel from St. Clairsville. 19 complete at the line this time as Mowry pulls away from Sibla. Single file waiting for someone somewhere to step out of line, make a move. That driver might be Preston Walker, as he may just be a little bit quicker than Sibla now. As Sibla's setup starting to go away as he backpedals away from the 29 of Mowry. For the second spot, Walker again peaking low. Mowry leaving the pack in his dust as Sibla protects for second. Will be 24 laps in the next time at the line. 24 complete for Mowry. Sibla running second. Eugene Kopp Jr. into the pits, the 22. Mowry just waiting for this race to stay under green, hoping that it does. And for Preston Walker, he's waiting for that opening. It's almost occurred a couple of times. Sibla still, though, hangs on to second. Joe Slentz, the 46, moving over for the leader, Mowry, up in 4. Slentz now will be moving over for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Looks like Bowers ready to make a move, maybe on the 88 of Peel. Two-car of McCreary still working hard, trying his best to get back toward the front. Modified so close and competitive, so equal the times they turn. Bryce Allensworth also trying to get by the 99 of Jason Gruhl. They're the final two cars on the lead lap. Gruhl giving him plenty of room, and then 21 of Allensworth just doesn't get through 1 and 2 all that well, but pretty decent runs so far this season for the rookie. Just some bad luck here and there. And Mowry's closing on him with the battle ensuing. Allensworth clears him. We've got caution. Caution flag, Bowers in the 0-2. Mike Bowers in the 0-2 loops it down in 3 and 4. So we'll see if Sibla can get out front of him. He almost did it on the last restart. After a couple of laps, then he faded back into the second spot and was trying to hold off Walker. And in turn 4, they're underway, rubbing a little bit. They go down into the corner, beating and banging the top 2. A little bit like our main event race a couple weeks ago. Boy, Sibla just about clears him. Does he? No. Mowry back into the corner again. Sibla side by side. Oh, Peel's going to spin it back in the field. Solo car spin. That is going to hurt Sibla. Bob Sibla Jr. didn't want to see that yellow because it looked like he was about to clear Mowry.
Yeah, I think he had him cleared at him.
He was going to clear him. Ready for green, turn 4, we are underway. Good restart, maybe one of the better ones between our top 2. Mowry on the inside lane, Sibla on the high side. And Mowry leads lap 30, 20 to go. Final 20 laps of this Summit Racing Economy Modified feature. Joe Slentz gets rolling again. Preston Walker inside of Bob Sibla Jr., a little bit of contact. Glenn Jewell has made his way to 4th. Glenn Jewell putting together another nice run tonight. Mike Green trying to get by top qualifier Tyler Noweski. Mike Bowers in the 0-2, racing with Tyler Noweski. Those two make some contact. Noweski up the track. Glenn Jewell in the 24, taking a look low on the 30. Preston Walker. Walker falling into the grasp now of Glenn Jewell. Down to the final stages of this one. Slentz moving out of the way for the lead pack to get by. Sibla getting some space between himself and Preston Walker now. Glenn Jewell started deep in the pack. Had a subpar qualifying run and now showing he still has a fast car this week as he's been able to get past some of the quickest of the qualifiers. '29 of Mowry and the 82 of Sibla, first and second again tonight. They have been our 2 front runners in recent weeks. Good field of modifieds tonight, 20 on hand, 19 starting the feature. Will Walker, the 65, the Uriksville driver, not making the call for the start of the race. Final 10 laps now for Mowry. 9 laps to go. Oh, Mowry really gets it loose coming off of 2. That's going to help Sibla close the gap a little bit. He nearly spun toward the infield. Mowry really locking it up middle of the corners, and that's going to allow Sibla to maybe catch him. Is the setup going away on Maury's car? It sure looks like it is. Sibla reeling him in. This long 50-lap feature race tonight for the modifieds. The extra money on the line. And Sibla has closed within a car length. Just when you thought the race may be over, maybe not quite yet. Glenn Jewell also serious challenge on Preston Walker. Sibla racing close to the 29 of Maury. Maury's looked a little better through the corners the last few laps. Going to be 5 to go this time. 5 laps to go this time for Steve Maury, as he has put a couple of car links on Sibla again. Looked like Sibla was going to catch him. Still not over, though. You've got Joe Slintz, Jason Gruhl ahead. Slower traffic. Could it play a part in the outcome of this race? Slintz going to move over to the outside again. Slintz about 3 laps down. Going to make it 4 now. As the leaders get by, within a car length again is Sibla. Gruhl moving over to the inside lane. He's not giving up the bottom. Jason Gruhl riding the bottom lane. Letting Sibla go by. Did not want to give up the bottom. Maury caught that just right. Final 2 laps. White flag coming up this time. 1 to go for Steve Maury. Maury looking for yet another feature win. He ran extremely well a couple of weeks ago and got into victory lane for the first time. He's going to claim another tonight. Steve Maury of Rootstown, your winner this evening. 2nd spot to Sibla, 3rd to Walker, 4th to Jewell, 5th spot to Kevin McClintock, 6th to Mike Green, good rally for Green, 7th to Noeski, 8th place to Bowers, and 9th to the 21 of Allensworth, finishing 10th Peel. The Studio 111, Brandon Lines, Automotive Electric, Holub Recycling, Misty View Stables, number 29, claiming his 2nd win of 2014, Steve Maury. Steve, congratulations. Car tonight, very good. Once again, you and Sibla, you two have been the cars to beat the last few weeks.
Yeah, he races me clean. I try to race him back the same way he races me. Thanks to him,
You guys rubbed a little bit here and there. It was kind of reminding me of the restarts of the main event race a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it happens,
Now the car was good. You were able to pull away. And then late in the race with about 8 to go or so, you got wiggled a little bit a couple times coming off at 2, and he caught you. I didn't know if something was going wrong there or not.
Yeah, I didn't know. When the caution comes out, a few laps under caution, it seems like the marbles. You catch up in the marbles, and it takes 4 or 5 laps to get it,
And then it ran pretty well.
Yeah, it runs good on a long run.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Steve Maury, your winner tonight in the Summit Racing Economy Modifieds.
Okay, catching up with 3rd place finisher Preston Walker as he gets unbuckled here. We'll get a word with him in a minute. Man, that was a long 50-lap run, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was some excitement up front, and it's just a long race, a lot of cautions, but we finished.
And a good 3rd place run. Seemed like the car was very neutral for you. It wasn't the quickest that it's been. Anything wrong with the car or no?
No, we just the adjustments we made before the race tightened it up too much, and I just couldn't get off the corner like I normally can. So that hurt me coming off the corner, and they were able to pull me coming off.
Well, but nonetheless, a good 3rd place run, and it's in one piece.
That's right.
Anybody you want to thank on this 30 tonight real quick?
Yeah, I got to thank my dad. He helps me a lot, and he does a lot for me. I don't give him enough credit as I should. I got to thank Terry Myers, Kim Tittle, Mike Green, Doug Myers, Denny. They all help me. They do Bob's Auto Sales. Everybody helps me out and does a great job.
Good run, bud.
Thanks.
Preston Walker, good third place run.
Hi, I'm Elaine Miller with Naturally Green Cleaning Service. My company serves both commercial and residential clients. We do general cleaning, spring and fall, empty homes to get them move-in ready, and final cleans for new construction. We use eco-friendly cleaning products that leave your home or office fresh, clean, and safe for you, your family, pets, or coworkers. Our focus at Naturally Green is to provide excellent customer service paired with outstanding work to build a relationship of trust with you, our clients. Having served the area 4+ years, we have had many referrals and testimonials that you can access on our website at www.naturallygreencs.com. Our work sells itself, therefore we have never had any contracts even with our largest commercial accounts. Call us today for your free quote and see what makes our company stand out.
Quick Print Center LLC was founded on the belief that we can do quality printing while providing excellent customer service. We offer free pickup and delivery to our local customers as well as free competitive quotes for all our other customers. Quick Print Center is a family business that's been serving all the printing needs of Tuscarawas Valley for over 36 years. Quick Print Center LLC is located behind the courthouse in New Philadelphia. Stop by or give us a call for all your printing or promotional needs. You're watching the 2014 Thunder in the Valley Midvale Speedway Racing season on TV2. Presented by Newton Asphalt and Paving, industrial, residential, new construction, serving the communities of Tuscarawas, Stark, and Carroll counties for the past 30 years. NewtonAsphaltandPaving.com. Speedy Auto Salvage, offering a full line of used and salvage parts for both foreign and domestic vehicles. Give them a call at 330-878-5531 or visit online at speedyauto.com.
It's probably Rector, Reniker, one of those two will probably go to the outside pretty quickly and try to make a 3-wide move and get to the front. I would think Rector would do it first, and Reniker will follow him shortly thereafter. The green flag is out. We're underway. Blaine Salisbury gets the good start up front, goes into the lead. We are 3 wide, but really wasn't because those two drivers went out there. They're threading the needle, looking inside and outside. Struski there in the 17. Now we're 3 wide up in front of them. Look out going into turn number 3. Leading is Salisbury. 3 wide coming off of turn number 4. Clayton Oliver in second. The 22 car of Rector takes over third. Reniker threading the needle. It wasn't so much going outside 3 wide, Chris. They're threading the needle up the middle. So Rector now for the second spot goes to the high lane of Clayton Oliver. Blaine Salisbury leads the way. Second spot, Clayton Oliver. In third right now, the 22 of Rector.
Rector now up into that second spot. Oliver back to third. Here comes Reniker looking to take over that third spot on the outside off of turn number 2.
4 of Salisbury has broken out of his qualifying time. He'll be receiving the black flag. New leader is Kyle Rector in the 22. Moving into second, the 175 of Justin Reniker. Again, the leader has broken out of his qualifying time. Salisbury under his time, but that car running much better tonight than it has been. Looks like they've got a lot of the bugs worked out of it. Reniker has caught Kyle Rector. And for third, Kyle Finlayson on the move. Big stack up of cars deep in the pack. They're able to continue on down in turn 4 as Bucky got to the inside of Stresky. She tried to get to the bottom, and for the lead in turn 3, here we go. Rector has Renneker to the inside, and Renneker takes over at the line. We're halfway, 8 laps in, 7 laps to go. Pretty good racing in our compact so far. A little bit of beating and banging deep in the pack. They were able to get it in the right direction. Rector losing sight, well, not losing sight necessarily, but losing ground a little bit on the 175 of Justin Renneker. Couple of car links behind him coming off of 2. Loose wheel on the 22. Watch this. Watch out John Neely down in the corner as the wheel goes up and hits Dale Beatty. Beatty stops the tire and wheel into the pits.
Came off the 09 of Ennis.
Oh, Win Ennis, yes. Came off coming out of 4. Renneker and Rector first and second. Green flag is out. And yellow flag back out. Which Travis Braden won the St. Amant Memorial down there. Coming to green, 10 laps in, 5 laps to go. I should have said spoiler alert first as we're underway. Renneker into the lead. Rector running in second. He'll try to get to the bottom, I would think, but it's going to be Finlayson getting down there first. Finlayson to the inside of Rector. All the cars crossing the line. Lap 11 complete. Will be 3 to go. This one might not be over yet. Renneker protecting the bottom, but if he pushes up a little bit, Finlayson might be there. Finlayson looking for his second win of the year. Renneker, Finlayson, Rector, first, second, and third. There's Frederick, a beautiful number 18 machine in fourth. He got a little sideways going into 3. He's closing the gap on the top 3, though. Frederick in the old school number 18. Looks like our compacts when we first started the compact division many years ago. White flag coming up, 1 to go. Final lap for the 175 of Renneker. Can Finlayson get him? He's going to go to the outside and try it. He's going to drop back to the inside lane. Renneker protects the bottom, doesn't allow Finlayson to the inside. They race to 3. Checkered flag coming up off of 4. Renneker pushes up. Finlayson looks to the inside, and Renneker wins. Finlayson second. Third spot to Rector. Fourth to Frederick, and fifth to the 19 of Oliver. Good run in 6th spot to the 8 of McLean. Good run for Kyle Rector in the 22. Good run for Finlayson in the 15, but able to hold him off and pick up the win tonight. I believe his second of the season. The 175 of Justin Renneker. He's got different ideas here. I think you're going to get a picture of the right side, which is dinged up a little bit. That'll look good. Showing some of the battle scars in downtown Ford Victory Lane. The PM Pisacra Matthias Realty, RB Motors, Bolivar Performance, Happy Valley Trucking, 175, Justin Renneker. This is actually his first win this year. He has picked up a feature win before. Justin, congratulations. First win this year. You came so close a couple times. I said it was your second win, but it's your second career win in feature action, but first with this car, and this car has been very fast. And you held off some quick cars there at the end.
Yeah, Rector was pretty fast. I seen him sliding back. I figured I'd take my move.
And you made your move. You held on. You protected the bottom then. Did you know Finlayson was back there too?
I felt him back there a couple times.
He was rubbing you up. You couldn't tell, though, because both of you have orange and black painted cars. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Your winner again tonight, Justin Renneker.